The thing that I get asked the most in my business, the most in my life in general, is how do you manage it all? How do you run a business and raise your 4-month-old fresh baby? How do you keep your house clean? How do you do this? How do you manage it all? How do you juggle it all? Blah, blah, blah. How do you stay so productive and get so many things done? Well, you guys, I've got news for you. I don't do it all, and I'm not super productive all the time, but we'll get into that. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Simone and I am a business coach and a DEI strategist and consultant. I am also a very busy mom of 2 lovely little angels, one being my 4-year-old Ruby and another being my 4.5-year-old Gia. So I am busy all the time, right? But I'm also super productive, and I wanted to talk about productivity as a mom, some tips and tricks and hacks to make your life a little bit easier if you are a mom, especially if you're a mom entrepreneur. You're probably juggling a lot, balancing a lot, stirring a lot of pots at the same time, and really making sure that you can do this 100%. Not every day is going to be easy, but you can do it, okay? So let's talk about some tips to help you be more productive that have personally helped me. So I know I came out with a how to get work done as a newborn video, and so that will be linked below, but that was kind of fresh and raw and right when I had her, so I was kind of all over the place. I was like, I was still in that really big newborn funk, which I'm just figuring my way out of after 4 months. So this video is going to be all about just the tips I personally use. These are things that I do in my business, in my life, to keep the ball rolling, to keep things going, okay? So the first thing that I do is I try not to overcrowd my schedule. I don't book too much. I always look at my calendar and I make sure that I have white space, blank space on my calendar, because what happens is if you book yourself to the very maximum, you're not going to have any time with your babies. You're not going to have any time with getting those little in-between tasks that pop up. You are not going to be able to get any of that stuff done. So always making sure there's blank space in my calendar is pertinent for me to be productive, right? Number 2 is making sure that I don't crowd too many things as well to do, right? So I only try to take on 3 tasks per day. Today is going to be a little different because I have a billion things to do, and it's my husband's birthday, and I got to wrap gifts, and I got to film YouTube, and I got to do all this stuff. But this is not what a typical day looks like for me. Typically, I focus on the 3 main big tasks that will move my business forward, move my life forward, keep the house clean, all of that stuff. I also want to give a disclaimer. My house isn't always clean. This room behind this camera is a hot mess. It is so messy. It's incredible how messy it is, and I will get to it later. But I really try to do only the top most important things, right? And then the way I do that too, the next tip is to make sure that I'm not multitasking. It can be so tempting to have your email open and then be half writing an email and then be working on an outline, and then, you know, maybe when you get up, then go and do some laundry and then come back. But all of a sudden you have split and done, you've half-assed 3 different things, right? So no multitasking. One of the tips that works so well is that one of my friends, Charlene, who is here on YouTube, I've linked her channel below, she gave a really great tip about only having 2 tabs open at once, and that helps with the little shiny object syndrome and the squirrel brain, because you can only focus on 2 things at a time, right? Maximum. So for me, when I'm building out a DEI presentation, I've got 1 tab open that is my outline and the other tab that is my presentation that I can work on. So doing that really helps me stay focused and stay focused on the task at hand. And back to the 3 things I do every single day, I try to make it so every single day I do these 3 things that I write down in my planner. And I am a physical planner girl. I love a physical planner. It helps me keep accountable, and it helps me kind of look back and see what I've done, which makes me feel accomplished, right? So part of that is that if you think about, if you were to be able to get 3 things done per day, that's 21 things a week, versus if you were to just do like half-assed 5 things but never check anything off your to-do list, you could potentially half-ass 20, 25 things every single week, but you're not finishing them. Imagine if you just focused on finishing those 3 things every single day. And also give yourself grace. Give yourself grace if you're not able to finish the things. Being a mom is hard as heck. It is so hard. There are certain days that will be completely like a complete shit show, and that's just what it is. You're not going to be able to predict that, and that's okay. So I really want to encourage you all to just be gentle with yourself, right? Being a mom is super hard. So let's get back to the productivity tips though. So another productivity tip is to make sure that you are separating your tasks between solo tasks that you really need ultimate concentration, alone time, versus tasks that you can do like in front of the TV or when your child is playing, or, you know, when you're kind of distracted a little bit. Like for me, those tasks are like graphic design and answering one-off emails. I can do that really quickly, right? And I don't need my full attention there. But things that do require my full attention are doing things like building presentations, building outlines, recording YouTube videos. I can't do this in front of the TV. So really separating those tasks and knowing what time that my child goes to sleep is one of the best things ever. So when this little one, look how cute she is. When this little one goes to sleep, then I immediately know what I have to do, because I've got my top 3 things to do and I know which tasks are the most pertinent, the highest priority, and the ones I really need to focus on while she's asleep, because I won't get any other time any other ways. Another productivity tip is taking a look at your week, and this may be a little bit controversial, but for me, I like to pick a few days out of the week that I work at night. And for me, working at night is so nice because I get ultimate time. I don't have anyone poking me and saying, hey, mommy, 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 mommy. And yes, it means sacrificing time with my partner, but I know that he wants me to be fulfilled, and I know that he wants me to move forward working in my business or doing something or taking care of myself in terms of painting my nails or writing in my journal, meditating or something like that, in order to keep my cup full. So having that time where you set aside work time that is just for work, no matter what happens, you are working that time, right? Of course, things happen, emergencies happen, I'm not talking about that, but really trying to stick to your guns as much as possible and getting that work done. So another productivity tip is outsourcing. So outsourcing, we do things like outsource deep cleaning twice a month, which is a game changer in our relationship. It's a game changer for just my mental health. Also, if you do run a business, then doing things like outsourcing to a virtual assistant. I have our wonderful video editor here, Kia, who helps me with videos, and she's a godsend, and I wouldn't be able to have a YouTube channel without having someone outsource, help me edit, all of that stuff, help me upload, because otherwise I just let the videos pile up. So yeah, that's a huge thing as well. The last thing is that in order to be productive, you also have to rest. You have to rest, and this is a tandem one, rest and take care of yourself. We moms love to run ourselves into the ground. And I don't say love because we don't love it as it's happening, but we do tend to run ourselves into the ground and not take care of ourselves, which that is not helpful, right? We need to have our cup full if we're going to save the world, run our businesses, raise the babies, be good spouses and partners or single moms. Like, we really need to fill our own cup first. So if you get a window to take a nap, take the freaking nap. Stop adding to your to-do list and think about organizing this little corner of clutter. Instead, just take the nap and you'll really thank yourself. So she just burped. Going to bed early, taking naps, things like that can really help boost your productivity. I'm still working out the going to bed early and waking up early thing. That's hard for me, but I really believe in taking time for yourself and also taking care of yourself. If your cup is not full, if you are running yourself ragged, if you are prioritizing everyone over you, you're not going to be productive and you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be balanced. So if you guys need more tips for balance, self-care, productivity, working and balancing as a mom, as a mompreneur, as if you're a coach or if you're a service-based entrepreneur, if you're any type of entrepreneur, I highly suggest you check out the replay for a workshop that I ran, and it is an amazing workshop. I ran it a few weeks ago. You can go ahead and purchase the replay for $97 below, and I go through it, right? I go through a ton of stuff. I basically go through an hour and a half of presenting and talking about exactly what you need to do to be productive, fulfilled, happy, self-care, like all around balanced mom. So it's called Bottles and Benjamin. The workshop was itself amazing and it got great reviews. So if you want any tips on how to balance it all as a mom, I highly suggest you look at that replay and purchase it. And yeah, I hope you guys love this video. This was a hard one with the baby, obviously, but thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.